Hello and welcome to a bit of a tutorial video. This video is kind of going to be going over how to set up a stream on Twitch or Beam with like optimal settings, optimal overlays, stuff to show the music you're playing on stream. With Beam, you can have interactive soundboard buttons that play sounds when the viewers press them, how to set up green screen face cam, all that cool stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, I'm going to be going over the special OBS that you can get for Beam, which minimizes latency. It usually gives you like solid under a second latency, which is just amazing. I'll be going over that, setting up the stream key for Beam, and then I'll be going over it for Twitch. So if you want to see how to do it for Beam, just keep watching. If you want to see how to do it for Twitch, there'll be timestamp on screen. Skip to there. Okay, so first off, setting up your stream, downloading the OBS with FTL, because if you just download regular OBS from OBS website, it won't have FTL, so you need to go to this specific download. Go to Manage Channel on Beam, go to Setup Stream, click Use OBS. That's what I'd recommend. Finding best ingest server. And then what you want to go is up this top button right here. Click download OBS. It'll bring you to this GitHub page. Just scroll down. Click download OBS Studio 18.0.1 with FTL9. This is obviously going to change. There's going to be updated versions. You probably want to check every once in a while. See if there's an updated version. They'll possibly fix a bunch of bugs you run into. After that, it's just the same process of installing OBS. You just basically run, wizard pops up, you click next, and that's basically it. It says repair because I already have it installed, but you just install it same way you do regular OBS. Once you've done that, go back to this page on Beam, the setting up stream page, and you'll see two things. You'll see the server, which mine recommends US Seattle, and you'll see the stream key, which is going to be blocked out because if you have that, you can stream to my channel, which you don't want. So don't give away your stream key or anything like that. But anyway, what you want to do now is open your OBS with FTL. Make sure in the top corner right there, it says OBS with FTL because you'll have the regular OBS if you installed that, and then you'll have this one. I'd recommend having both because OBS with FTL is slightly more buggy. But anyway, you want to go to Settings, Stream, and make sure your stream type is set to Beam FTL service. Don't do streaming services and then set it to Beam here. You want to have it Beam FTL service. Now you want your server to be whatever server recommends. For me, it's US Seattle. And then you want to copy your stream key. Just click the little box thing beside the stream key and paste it in right there. And then click Apply. And now, if you click Start Streaming, you should be streaming to your channel on Beam, which is a good thing. But okay, so on to the Twitch side of things. This is actually a little bit more simple. You don't need a special OBS software. The main reason you have the special software for Beam is to decrease latency. You can do it with the other software, just more latency, so you obviously don't want that. But anyway, for Twitch, you click your channel name. My name's KSores, obviously. You go to Dashboard, load this new page, and then you go to Settings. And then you'll have stream preferences. There'll be a stream key right here. You click on that, you click Show Key, you click I understand, and I am going to blur out this stream key. But you copy and paste this key into OBS. Let's go over to OBS. It's just regular OBS Studio. I recommend OBS Studio. It has a lot more features that OBS Classic just simply doesn't have. Okay, so once we have OBS Studio open, we want to go Settings, Stream Service. Make sure you have that set to Twitch, and then stream key. We just paste in the stream key, and then we are good to go. If we start streaming, we should be streaming to Twitch. Okay, so that's all good. You can stream to the internet now, but the issue is you don't really want to stream a blank screen, if you know what I mean. So things that you can do. First, you obviously want to have the optimal settings. So if we go to settings, the recommended bitrate for both Twitch and Beam, like the maximum you should do is 3500. Anything over 3500 will just, most people's internet, or the average internet, I should say, above 3500 can't load the stream fast enough. It'll just constantly be buffering. The internet can't keep up with the quality of the stream, which is why 3500 is the most you should probably do. Anything over that, and yeah, people will have struggle loading it, and most people can't load it, won't say anything. They'll just leave because, oh, it won't load. But yeah, 3500 is the most. 3500 is pretty decent quality. It looks better if you put it up, but 3500 looks pretty good for stream. Now, if you don't have great internet, I'd recommend lowering it. If the stream is, like, the delay is exponentially increasing or stuff like that, try lowering your bitrate. If it looks fine on your OBS end, but when it's going to the internet, it looks different. Try lowering your bitrate, see if that helps. Now, resolution, most people stream at 720p. If you have decent internet, you can stream at 1080p. 720p still looks really good, so don't worry about that. But 1080p is, like, obviously crisper, but 720p is perfectly fine for basically any type of stream. Now, for video settings, most people would recommend streaming at 30 FPS. I just stream at 60 because I have 170 uploads, so I can do it, but I'd recommend 30 FPS for most of you. Unless you're streaming like fast-paced game like CSGO, then maybe think about doing 60. Hotkeys are a very important thing. I don't have a start streaming hotkey, so I don't accidentally start streaming when I meant to be recording. It's probably a good thing. Switch scene, I set that to number pad 8, and this will make it so I can switch from my starting streaming screen to my stream is going screen to my be right back screen. So if someone walks in my room and I have to go say hi, I can just press that one button, press my mute button, and I'm all good. I don't need to alt tab over to OBS. So I have a hide image, show image. That's for hiding my webcam. So this is really important. Have a mute button. Mute is page down, page up is unmute. This is very important. If you're about to sneeze or something, don't hurt your viewers' ears. Just press the mute button, please. So that's basically it for hotkeys. If we go over to advanced, most of this you can just leave as it is. Audio, you want to set it to your headphones, most likely. Your headphones. I have the HyperX 7.1 audio. Then I have a Blue Yeti, so I set that to my microphone. You should be good there. You don't need any other audio devices typically, unless you're doing something funky. Output, you can look at the streaming tab. OBS Studio is amazing. It has a separate settings for streaming and recording, so you don't need to change it every time you start recording and start streaming. Stream in, it's obvious dependent of what your streaming service is. I'm in regular OBS right now, so that's why Beam FTL service isn't available. And I think that is pretty much it in the settings tab. Mixer, you can just leave the way it is. Make sure track 1 is selected on all of them. You'll obviously want to balance audio, make sure like they're peaking around the same point. You can obviously just ask your viewers how the audio is. They usually work. Okay, so that's like kind of the wrap up on like optimal settings. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments and I will help you out to the best of my ability. We can typically figure it out if we work together. Let me know in the comments or my Discord and I should be able to help you out. But anyway, right, now you want to actually have a way to capture your game so you don't just stream a black screen. That'd be very, very boring. Unless you're having an audio podcast, and it'd still be very, very boring. Have something on your screen, guys. You want to add game capture. Just create new game capture. That works. Capture any full screen application. You actually want to capture specific window. I've had issues with capturing any full screen application. Set your window to what game you're playing. So in this case, it is Minecraft 1.12. 1.11.2, not 1.12, I'm sorry. And then it should capture right there. Now, mine, you see it's not centered. Mine is not centered. It's too big. The issue is I'm running a 1440p screen, so Minecraft's in 1440p, OBS is in 1080p. Easy way to fix this is just transform, fit to screen, and there's little black bars because I'm playing in windowed mode, so I can just stretch it to screen. It looks totally fine. Transform, stretch to screen. There's almost no difference with stretching it, and it fits the screen perfectly now. Some games, specifically games like Ark or Conan Exiles that have a built-in anti-cheat, actually block the OBS with the anti-cheat, so just beware of that. You might have to find some workarounds. It's rather difficult, but there are ways to do it. Playing on unofficial servers, you can disable the anti-cheat, which is what I had to do for 7 Days to Die when I streamed with Dragon. But anyway, so once you have your game capture, some other things you might want to have is you might want to have like an overlay on top. The overlay I use is pretty simple. It's just KSores in the top corner. I move it around a lot depending on where the HUD is in the game and stuff, so it's nice to have a simple one. I just made that in a free program called paint.net. Super simple. Takes a couple minutes. You can kind of make your own design. I'm just going to go over quick example, nothing too complicated. Okay, work. Not much. That's little. So yeah, just something really simple like this. You can put it in the corner of your stream. Best way to do this is just save it, save as PNG, save it to your easy folder to find. I'm going to save it to my desktop for convenience. Save that to the desktop. You want to close that out. Add an image. You want to go, okay, browse image files. You want to find the image file you had. So go to desktop, find it, browse. There we go. So then we have something like that. You guys will obviously go into more effort to making it look good, but that's kind of the way I have it. The way I've had my stream set up in the past with, it's been orange, but it's been somewhat similar idea. Now facecam is a little bit of a struggle. I really struggled with setting up my green screen at first, but kind of the steps I went through is I added a video capture device. I went go. I selected the webcam I have, which is Microsoft LifeCam for notebooks. It's not a great webcam, but it works. Okay, so we add the video capture device. I actually had to add it twice for some reason because it wouldn't add the first time. As you can see, my hair is a mess and the webcam is freaking out, zooming in and out. I will go over how to fix all these things except for fixing my hair in a minute. So, okay, so you go to properties. It'll be different for every webcam, but this is how I do it for mine. I click configure video. Then it has all these sliders, and you want to change every setting off of auto because the camera is terrible at choosing what settings to do. Then you kind of want to figure out how to do the settings. Like, that is really bright. So exposure, probably something like that. maybe one more up. And then focus seems pretty good. Focus. Yep, focus seems pretty good. That's really all you need to do. Now it looks bright, but having it bright like this is actually better when it comes to green screening if you plan to green screen. If not, you make it look as good as you can right now. So we have that. We have that. It looks better than it did a couple seconds ago. The webcam's not flashing in and out of sight. Now what you want to do is I actually got, it was like $7 piece of green fabric from fabric store, local fabric store. And I just put that behind me, and that works as a great green screen. So I will go set that up, then I'll show you how to play with some of the settings. Now, just to let you guys know, you don't need anything fancy to hold up the green screen. I actually use music stand for my guitar and a clamp that for woodworking. So it's really not anything super fancy, but I mean, it works. So who's gonna complain? Okay. I hold this like so. And there we go. We have our green canvas to work with, basically. So now what we want to do is we want to right click on the video capture device, go filters. Now this brings up a whole new window, right? You want to add effect filters. You want to add chroma key, most likely definitely. And you also want to add color correction. So now chroma key, make sure key color type you set to green and don't set custom. Because if you set custom, and then select color and go pick screen color and pick a color of your green screen, kind of like you do in editing software. This will work horribly. Don't do this. It will never cut it out all properly. So what you want to do is you want to set key color to green, or whatever color your chroma keying screen behind you is. And then you kind of just want to fiddle with the settings until most of it's gone. This bottom one kind of makes it go black and white, removing the green first. So this is good. You want to have it a little bit so the little outline around you that you just, ooh, that was weird. The little outline around you that you just can't seem to cut out doesn't turn green. And yeah, you just kind of want to play with the settings till it gets pretty good. And then the color correction is, then again, to kind of make it look a little bit better after you added the filters. So as you can see, it looks pretty good in the OBS preview. I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but you're not streaming like 4K ultra settings, so it looks decent. And if you get better lighting and stuff like that, it will improve. If I turn my lights off, see, it gets worse. So better lighting does improve it. And it's really just depends how much you're willing to spend on lighting. Another thing you might want to do is you might want to crop it. So add crop, in, like say something like this, where only part of your video is not in the green screen. You can actually crop it. So that'd be the left. You'd want to crop it, like maybe you could crop it 200 pixels, and there we go. Now the whole thing is back in the green screen. We cut out this bit without having to move the camera. Maybe positioning is just awkward. So I usually have to cut out the top of mine by about 100 pixels or so. Nope, not quite that much. Maybe 50 pixels. Just depends on like how the webcam got positioned today and what's going on. If you don't want a green screen, it's very simple. Just set up a camera, plug it in, select it in OBS, and you're done. Disable the automatic camera settings. As I said, green screening is a lot more difficult than not green screening, but in my personal opinion, it looks much better, and it is worth the effort and the couple dollars you will spend on the actual piece of green fabric. Okay, so next thing I want to cover is how I get my chat to appear on the screen while I'm streaming. Now, I tried out multiple different softwares. The thing that got me to stick with the software I'm at right now is two things. One is how much customization it has. It is really insane compared to all the other options out there. And the other thing is if someone types in a naughty message and one of the moderators delete it, or one of the chat bot gets it, it doesn't stay on the screen. It instantly vanishes, which is amazing, which is what I want. All the other on-screen chats are just deal breakers now because of this feature. But if we go to Lari.chat, and this website basically brings you to the chat place. You go to create/edit overlay, super simple. You go create new, or you won't have the overlays there. There's so many settings to choose from. You can have special colors for specific people. You can have different gradients. You can have different fonts. You can have different font size. I will let you guys play with all of this, but once you're done, you scroll to the bottom and click update global settings. And then you copy this, you copy the URL, right? You copy this URL and you go into your OBS. Into your OBS, there's going to be a weird echo sensation, but you add a scene, right? You add a scene, you add a browser source. You add a browser source. you set the link to the link you just copied. And if you have a slash preview at the end, it just shows you what messages look like. But basically, there's your chat. I had an issue with it being too wide. Basically, I wanted it narrower and taller. So what I can do is, you can't crop it in OBS. It just gets stretched. But what you can do is you can edit the resolution. So let's make the width 400. And there we go. Here is our on-screen chat working perfectly. There's so many settings you can play with, but I will let you guys mess with them. And last but not least is an amazing thing called StreamJar. Basically, lots of people use this. You can have some insane overlays with it, like recent follows. You can have your hosts appear on the screen. You can have the music you're playing on the screen. It's really amazing what you can do with it. So I'm going to log in real quick. Log in with Beam. I could have sworn I approved this, but whatever. Okay, so now when you get into this page, the first thing you want to go to is overlay. Now it'll appear on this page. I don't have much going on because I don't have the music thing, but there's so many things you can add. So you can add a song, and then you download the desktop app for this, and it will tell you what song you're playing if you're playing it through Spotify. So that's really cool. I don't use that though. You can also add a notification, so you can have it notify for tips, or notify for subs, or anything like that follows. You can have a banner, which is just a little thing going across the bottom of the top of your screen. I'll have you can scroll through latest tips, latest follows. You can configure all the settings, change the colors, anything like that. You can have events, so you could have lots of people have this on the screen. You can have the latest followers is Lord of the Undead, and then you have a bunch of followers, or you could have it settings. You could have it show follows and hosts, or just subscribers if you have Big Beam channel, you're sponsored or something. This works for Beam and Twitch, by the way. It's just awesome. It's really awesome. And then in the notifications, you can go to settings. You can have it play an image when someone follows, follow, subscribe, host. All of them are different. You can have it play sounds when any of these things happen. It's truly incredible what you can do. And then once you have your thing configured, you go to the top right here, you go copy URL, and you go into OBS. You have that URL copied. You go copy URL. You go add browser source. You go okay, paste the URL in, and you go with the resolution of your stream, or the resolution of your recording. So mine's 1920 by 1080. Here you go. It should take over the whole screen. So let's assess some stuff. There we go. Here's the follow thing. There's the recent tips. And on this thing, actually, if you go, there's a button that says send test. So I can send a test follow. And look, test follower followed the channel right there. Just how we configured it. Or send test host. Test follower. Oh. Test host hosted the channel, so it's working great. There's so many cool things you can do with it. I'm not gonna spoil all of it, but it's truly incredible what you can do with StreamJar. You can have donation goals, all this cool stuff. But anyway, I think that's it for the tutorial. I'm gonna have another one coming real soon that will show how to set up an interactive soundboard on Beam, and how to set up a chat bot to moderate your chat and have cool chat commands, and some even games in chat. So if you found this tutorial helpful, I would love it if you'd share it with your friends, leave a like, subscribe for more videos, check out my Discord, it's the first link down in the description, and I will see y'all next video. Goodbye.